I'm going to use this image of elephants that I found at photospin.com to show you how to use the Replace Color tool. The Replace Color tool is very useful for changing the color of pixels while retaining the shadows, the highlights, and all that other great stuff like luminosity. Let's say I want to take these elephants and turn them pink. I can click on my foreground swatch, change my color, and then go to my brush tool, hold the mouse down, and find the color replacement tool. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put this on this first mode here. I'll talk about these in a moment, and I'm going to start painting. Notice how the information such as the shadows and highlights remain intact, but I'm simply changing the color. And that's because I'm actually in color mode. I could, if I wanted, change the hue, the saturation, or the luminosity as well as I paint. That looks pretty cool. Now let's talk about these guys here. These are how the tool is sampling the information so that it knows once you click on something what colors to change. So here, as you see when I hover my mouse, I'm in continuous mode. Here is sample once, and here allows me to sample a background swatch. This pretty much tells the tool how to change the pixels based on whatever's under the brush at the moment you click. So if I click on this guy here, and I click in the green area, and I paint, it's going to look at this color and try to only change those pixels that match exactly that green as best it can, or values similar to it. I'll go ahead and undo that. This mode is very cool as well. I can use the image itself to choose a range to change. So I'll click on this, then I'll go ahead and click on this swatch. I'll move my mouse into the clouds and click one time, and this is the color we'll be changing. So I'll go ahead and say OK, and now when I paint, I'll be able to sample this region. That's an example of how that works. Now another option that's really important is limits. Discontiguous, contiguous, and fine edges. Pretty much contiguous works like this. I'll go ahead and change this color to pink again, and I'll click in the elephant skin. So I'll start to paint, and it's going to try to stay exactly with those pixels. Everything that matches exactly. So if I come up here in the sky, put it back on normal mode by the way, and I paint, notice how I can't go into the white area. It's only going to stay in those values. If I put it on discontiguous and I click, I can paint pretty much everywhere. I'm skipping right across things. So it pretty much changes how the tool works. It's going to stay in one region or it's going to jump around and go anywhere. Tolerance, like the Magic Wand tool, controls how far these options will go. And also anti-alias will give me a nice soft edge when I use this tool. So once again, the color replacement tool lives under the brush tool. It allows you to easily change the color of pixels that you click on and that are being sampled by the tool as you work.